Hey, what's up, guys? Blessings. It's EJC Arts. In today's video, I want to talk about how art is therapy. Now, I know that might sound crazy to other people, and to other people out there, it just makes logic, perfect sense when you really do think about it and when you really do break this down. Now, for me, art is more than just therapy. It's a way for me just to clear my mind. I've been doing this all my life ever since I was young. Never went to art school, never really knew that, hey, I was talented or gifted. To be honest with you, the day I learned about shapes and letters and numbers, it just makes sense to me on how to draw and how to do art. Like when I was 6 years old, that's when I was fully aware that, hey, I could draw. But to me, I feel like anybody could draw. It really does take time. But for me, every single time when I was drawing or I get that piece of paper or pad, I felt like a whole nother world. I felt different. Words can't really explain how I felt, but it was something very calm and smoothing for my soul. Now, I find it very strange and weird. I noticed that my mood swings whenever I don't do anything artistic within 2 to 3 days. It's like not eating, not working out. You know, um, I don't know how to explain it, but for some reason, I noticed that when I don't even do anything artistic, I'm just a little bit more down. Now, for me, whenever I do art, it's very therapeutic because number one, I don't have nobody telling me what to do. Art has no rules. There is no rules when it comes down to art. There is no way you have to do things step by step or a certain pattern. It's really up to you, especially with these crazy art styles with abstract, portrait, landscaping. No matter what, it's your style, your way, and how you view things. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it just brings me to a whole nother zone. Yes, people do compliment my work. Yes, people do critique my work. But at the end of the day, it's my work and it's what I love. You know? One thing I find it so crazy was I'm not the only one that thinks like this. When I was attending art shows and being a vendor, I realized there were other artists that were dealing with the same thing and thought the same way and felt the same way that I felt. Now, one thing that I find so very crazy is that when I was attending these art shows and meeting up with other artists, they were dealing with anxiety and depression, but they always turn into art. Now, what I mean is that they always found a way to just escape from the world and whatever they were dealing with, they always channel it to art. Now, for example, I know some people they deal with heartbreaks, like I said, with anxiety and depression. I know for me, I'm not gonna lie to you, I deal with a lot of heartbreaks. So with that emotion, I channeled that to my art. That's why my art has expressions and emotions in it when you see it. You know, it was very therapeutic for me because in a way, I am not a singer. I am not good with words. I am not a poet. I am not an artist. You know what I'm saying? So visualization is something so different for me. You know, just to get that pen and paper or that brush or that pencil or that charcoal pencil, even with my fingers, you could just paint things with your fingers, but it's how you feel right here. And for that brief moment, I just felt so good and so peaceful. Yeah, I could get a therapist and talk to about my emotions. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I could go to the gym and get that rage out. But at the same time, this is something mental. And this is something that is just me, myself, and I have to deal with. It's very therapeutic because, in a way, especially when you get certain things around you, you might want to light up a candle, you might want to listen to your music or a podcast. I love to listen to podcasts just to always get me laughing whenever I'm doing my artwork because I'd never like to feel down. But whenever I am feeling down and I do my artwork, I always feel happy at the end because what I created came out so beautiful. Now, I'm not gonna lie, we all deal with a lot of things in life. Some of us feel lonely, you know, some of us are overwhelmed with our work. Some of us feel like we're not even doing so much that we need to do more. But I'm gonna just tell you this, even though there is support groups out there and you have trouble communicating with people, talking to people, just do some art. It doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be good. You could just do some abstract artwork. Just get a canvas and start splashing. Put your emotions into it and you feel great and good. You don't have to be perfect. Nobody's Picasso. I'm sorry if I'm botching on that, or Michelangelo, or so on and etc. You feel me? Your art is your style, but at the same time, it's very therapeutic and nice, especially if you might even do it with your loved ones or with your family. Do it with an activity, you know? If you're having trouble out there and you don't want to get out there in the world, this is something that you could do in your comfort of your own home. That's why I just said in the beginning, I just like to get my candle lit, listen to my music. You know what? Truth be told, I'm gonna be half naked because I'm gonna be comfortable because I'm gonna dress the way I want to because I'm in the comfort of my own home. But at the end of the day, I'm doing my art and how I feel. You know, it really does clear the mind. It's really hard for me just to explain. I know when some people they look at my work and they be like, "Wow, I wish I could, you know, be so talented like you." And I'm like, "Yes, you can." Yes, it does take patience. It's almost like playing a violin. You play a violin every single day, you get better and better and better at it. But truth be told, it really starts with you. And yes, I know everything is always easier said than done, but it's almost like self-love, self-care. Treat yourself right. Buy something nice for yourself. Do something nice for yourself. You know, real talk one on one, you're not the only one out there that's dealing with what you're dealing with. There's other people out there too as well. Now, of course, you could go on Facebook groups and find other people, or go to your local community center and find an activity art place that does arts and craft and communicate with other artists. Now, for me, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like to be alone. I feel like it's more easier for me just to hear my thoughts. And I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I'm a little bit bipolar. Sometimes when I'm around people, they might just say something the wrong way that just might trigger me and just throw me off. So some people do like to be around people. Some people just like to be by themselves. I'm one of those people that just like to be by myself, you know. And when I'm by myself, it's just more easier for me to do my artwork and just focus. Doing this every single day really helps out with my mental stress. It makes me more happier, like to be honest with you. Yes, when someone critiques my work, it does really piss me off and I'm about to go snap and I'm about to go ham on them, but that's their opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. And when you do put your artwork out there, you do have to take the good and the bad. But if you keep it to yourself, that's a whole nother story. But at the end of the day, just by doing this every single day, it really helps out with your mental stress. You know, I feel more happier. Like everybody always asks me, why am I always smiling? You know what I'm saying? What keeps you smiling? And doing art really does keep me smiling. And telling other people my story and hearing other people's story too as well, it really does motivate me just to do more and go more and just explore other art styles out there too as well. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some moments and times where I do want to be around people. Like right now, I'm at the studio with other artists where we do motivate each other and we see other people work, and we could always talk to each other too about, stress, anxiety, depression, and what they're dealing with, and things that are happening in their home or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Fighting with their spouse or whatever, or work, or etc. But we're all dealing with something and we all could communicate and just talk to each other about, and it really does help. But I'm not going to lie to you guys, it really does help when you just do art. And I'm not to say you have to do it every day, but just do it every single once a day. Do something artistic or creative, something that you love to do, and just explore with that and just have fun. Now listen, I'm not saying that you have to do something visual, but do what you love. For example, I had a friend of mine that was dealing with depression, but this person loved soap opera. And I was like, yo, real talk, one on one, why don't you do or talk about something that you love? Create a YouTube channel just talking about soap opera and see how far that takes you. And that person just found that light in their life. Now, for me, I did take time off just to do art, no lie. And at that time, I was just like finding myself and trying to find my identity. So I went back to watching what I love, and that's wrestling. You know what I mean? So I started my own wrestling YouTube channel. And I found that spark in my life for some reason. I'm just creating ideas and just having fun with it, writing down notes on the next video. And then I'm writing wrestling blogs and stuff like that. And then I'm talking to other wrestling fans out there. And then we're doing like almost like wrestling cosplay or whatnot. And then going to the wrestling shows, I met up with other wrestling fans. So we did our own backyard wrestling. We grown men renting out a bounce house and doing some backyard wrestling. But at the end of the day, find what you love and just explore that. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything. Just for example, how I said with the soap opera, and just for example, how I said with the wrestling. If you love food, explore that with the food, because there's everybody loves food. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, come on now. Who doesn't like food? You know, even if you like going to the gym, explore that. Try to be a trainer, you know, talk to other people at the gym and get your own gym group buddies or whatnot. But no matter what in life, explore what you love. And that's what's always going to make you happy. To me, art is anything. Everything that we do is art. Cooking is art. Makeup is art. The way we dress right now, fashion is art. Music is art. Art doesn't have to be just an artist painting around. Really think about it and get into it. Because if you're really having these problems of depression, anxiety, and stress, you need to find something that just makes you happy and just explore that. Real talk. That's all I got for you guys for today. I hope this video helps out there. And if you ever need someone to talk to, yeah, I'm here for you. We all need someone to talk to. To be honest with you, this is one thing that I do every single once a month, or whenever I do get the chance, I go through my phone on my contact list and I just text everybody blessings. Just catching up with you. How's life treating you? We all need someone to talk to no matter what. Even though I do say I like to be by myself, it is nice just to have someone just to check up on me. So check up on that one person. Go on your phone, look on your contact list, and check up on people and just talk. You know, but at the end of the day, treat yourself right, find what you love, and explore that. I hope this video helps out. Write a comment down below and tell me what you love and what you love to do. I'm going to catch you guys up with the next video. One love and blessings.